I can't say I'm a particularly tidy person, so I can just leave my things around. Yeah, of course, having a partner is an ideal. It's getting into winter, you want someone to cuddle with. So, yeah, I don't want to look for someone just because I feel alone. But you know what? I am alone, but I don't feel completely alone. I think this is the happiest time of my life. My name is Jann, born in Hong Kong, raised in New Zealand. It just felt right. My ex-husband and I met at a friend's wedding. Everything felt right. When I met him, I felt like he's the person to be with. My ex came to meet my dad the day before he died. He handed me over to my ex. It just meant to happen. Within 4 months, we met, we got married, and then I moved to Shanghai. My mum passed away 2010. I started to cry a lot and have a lot of craving about wanting to have my own family. Maybe she sent someone to come and look after me. It was different because when my mum was still alive, we would have maybe arguments about her wish for me to get married. I wouldn't mind having a partner, but I never really dream of, you know how some girls, their life purpose is to be a wife and have kids, and I mean, it would be nice, but it wasn't my dream. When I first came, I only knew him really, so my circle of friends, my community, everything was attached to his life. It lasted for around 7 years. I think the main reason we separated is because we just got into a stage where we no longer hold the same values. Our relationship has gotten to a point where it couldn't go any further. So I wouldn't say that I would regret anything from before. I would just think that we should just look forward to what's coming after. So I found this space in April, put everything I have into building something, and we've separated around the same time. Hello, this is my little shop, Noia Aromatherapy. Welcome to my shop. This is my little counter where everything happens. All the oils behind, all the raw ingredients, and all the magics happens here. And you probably can't see, but there's a little door that connects to the other space. So that's one part of Noia, something I wanted to develop to help people to have some kind of healing. And then on the other hand, Noia is also about building a community. This is Noia Living. Today we have a Christmas pop-up. So there's the bedroom, bathroom, but I won't show you everything. And this door, it connects back to the one to the shop. It's just right there. But yeah, this is the courtyard. So in the summertime, we practice yoga out here. This is a little tea area. We hang out here all the time, and it goes back into the bedroom of the living space. I developed it because I wanted to do something as a tribute to my parents. During the last week of both my mum and dad's passing, the hospice nurse would come in, and both times they've mentioned aromatherapy to help make the whole process a little bit more peaceful. Experiencing my mum and dad's death, whereas my mum was the one who got diagnosed second, but she was the one who passed away first. She was always really anxious. That made her mind too crowded. And whereas my dad, he's always been really calm, really chill, very optimistic about everything. So to me, Noia really means if you have a well mind, everything else follows. True health comes from your mind.
Nice, I had a practice this morning, 2 hours.
Oh, nice.
So.
Yeah. That's really good. You brought the whole community, basically. Because whenever someone asked me how did it start, I was like, fella. Okay. He started first. I came first. So a fella, he was the first person who brought the first wave of people into the community. It kind of happened organically, which I think to me is even more beautiful. I didn't really have a lot of friends that I connect with, and I thought going to a yoga studio would enable me to find people who I would really click with. But then I realized the studio setup is not, people don't really talk to each other. So when I started this space, I deliberately chose a space that is more compact because then people are really forced to meet each other. They can't just come and then leave. They kind of have to communicate. They have to connect. Not that they have to, but they have a chance to. Being able to connect with people is a gift. Because if you feel connected, you find your roots. You find people you can love, who can give love. Living alone and wanting more connection is not contradictory. In fact, it complements each other. I don't know about you, but if you're in a relationship, you tend to shut off making new friends. I wouldn't think that the marriage was a failure. We meet people for a reason, and we met at the right place at the right time to do with being alone. You learn more about yourself, you learn what you need, what you don't need. And I feel like there's more confidence in me, that I became more sure of the choices that I'm making and the things that I'm doing. And also building something from scratch like this has been really fulfilling experience for me. I wouldn't say that I enjoy more than I'm with people, but I enjoy being able to do things at your own pace, at your own will, at the time you want, without compromise. I'm an Aquarius, I love freedom. These days, I just go for it. Whatever I feel is right. I know there's a lot of things you might need to consider, but I think the experience with my mum and dad has taught me that life is so short. If you don't follow your instinct and do what you feel is right, you would eventually regret it.